Hello, Hogziller here again. In today's video, I will be covering the recently released Missouri DLC for American Truck Simulator. I will cover my likes, dislikes, and recommendation if you should get this DLC. I will cover how to complete the achievements in another video which should hopefully come out in a couple days. If you like these kind of videos, press that like button. If you have a question, leave a comment below so I can reply, and please subscribe to my channel. The Missouri DLC was released on April 3rd, 2025 at a price of $11.99. Normally on past DLCs, there is a bundle that if you purchase with another group of items, you will get a discount on the game itself. This holds true for this DLC also. There is a bundle called the Missouri Mighty Haul, which includes the game at a 10% discount, and you can get the Heavy Cargo Pack, Classic Stripes Paint Job, and Special Transport DLC at a 50% discount. So I bought the game at a price of $10.79. Starting with my likes for the Missouri DLC. The first one is we have a new state, which means we have new roads, new cities, new cargoes, new companies, and new places to explore, which is always a like in my book. And at the $11.99 price point, this is an acceptable price for what you get in this DLC. That is the exact same price as the Arkansas DLC that was released last year. The second like is the close distance textures and detail is really good. I started to notice when turning onto one of the on-ramps that it is not just painted on grass. There is actual detail in the surrounding vicinity, like roadside trees, or there is grass that is shown on the ramp as I mentioned, which I really liked. The third like is the underground warehouses. They were mentioned in the SCS blog ahead of the release of the Missouri DLC, and they are impressive in person to drive through them. The final like is the variety of buildings, companies, gas stations, and rest stops. In prior maps, especially the base maps, they are just a different couple types of building layouts. But with each successive DLC, including this one, the layouts are more complex and they are different from place to place. Now for some of the items I disliked with the Missouri DLC. The first thing, I noticed when you first open the map, it is lacking the narrow two-lane rural roads. I know this has been a source of many complaints in the American Truck Simulator community for many years now, that there's not a good variety of roads, and for this DLC I think the complaint is valid. It seems to have many four-lane interstates and major highways. There are some two-lane roads in the northern part of the state and around the Rolla area, but it seems to be mostly major roads. The second dislike is the long distance detail. I had mentioned in my likes how I was impressed with the close distance detail of everything, but I have to say the game overall in the far distance detail could do better, like drawing buildings and other items that are far away. For example, when I was approaching St. Louis, I thought the skyline was just not that impressive. I have personally been to St. Louis before, even driving on the interstates themselves that are referenced in the game, and I know the feeling seeing those buildings and the arch in the distance. I just didn't get those same feelings with the Missouri DLC. The last dislike is something I've brought up many times before: the lack of achievements. For the Missouri DLC, there are only 4, and 2 of those are your usual discover this city and discover the viewpoints. So there are only two true achievements, and really those two are not really major achievements in my opinion. Really, this should be an easy thing for the development team to program, even if they just got to make up some delivery chains or go to this location if they have to. The more achievements you have in the game, the more perceived value you have added to the game. So really, it is in the development team's best interest and the company's interest to add more achievements in successive DLCs. Finally, would I recommend that you get the Missouri DLC? Yes, I would. As mentioned before, the price is right at $11.99. There is a new extensive road network to explore with many detailed buildings. This is obviously on the condition that you have bought the surrounding states to keep a nice connected, continuous map so that you don't have states that are separated from each other. That is all for this video. If you like these kind of videos, press that like button. If you have a question, leave a comment below so I can reply, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.